There are creatures on Earth that existed long before humans and still play a vital role in maintaining the planet's balance, and so one of them. Today, there are more than 12,000 known ant species, living on every continent except Antarctica. The total biomass of ants on Earth is nearly equal to that of all wild mammals combined. In this documentary, we will follow the complete life of a single ant, from birth to death, guided entirely by science. Every ant colony begins with a queen. A queen ant mates only once in her lifetime. This event takes place during a short but critical period known as the nuptial flight. Male and female ants take to the air and mating occurs mid-flight. Shortly afterward, the male ant dies. The queen stores the sperm inside her body and continues producing eggs for 2 to 10 years. In some species, a single queen can lay more than 2,000 eggs in one day. The life of an ant begins as a tiny whitish egg measuring about 0.5 millimeter. These eggs are completely motionless. Worker ants clean them, regulate their moisture, and move them to safer locations within the nest. After approximately 5 to 7 days, the egg hatches. The newly hatched larva is blind, legless, and incapable of surviving on its own. It requires constant feeding. Worker ants feed the larvae with chewed insects, protein-rich food, and sugary liquids. During this stage, the larva consumes several times its own body weight and grows rapidly. Once the larva reaches sufficient size, it enters the pupa stage. At this point, the ant becomes completely motionless. However, inside the pupa, a dramatic transformation takes place. Muscles, antennae, the exoskeleton, and the brain are fully reorganized. In some species, the pupa is enclosed in a cocoon, while in others, it remains exposed. When the pupa stage ends, an adult ant emerges. Within a colony, there are 4 main castes: the queen, workers, soldiers, and males. Worker ants are wingless and carry the entire workload of the colony. A typical worker ant weighs between 1 and 5 milligrams. The number of ants living in a single colony varies greatly depending on the species and environmental conditions. Small colonies, 50–500 ants. Medium-sized colonies, 1,000–50,000 ants. Large colonies, 100,000–500,000 ants. Super colonies, such as Argentine ants. Millions or even billions of ants may live together. The vast majority of a colony consists of worker ants. Typically, there is only one queen, a limited number of males, and in some species, soldier ants. A worker ant travels an average distance of 100 to 300 meters per day. This distance includes foraging for food, internal nest duties, and colony defense. Despite its small size, a worker ant can carry loads 20 to 50 times its own body weight. Average worker ant lifespan, 1 to 3 years. Average daily distance, 100 to 300 meters. Based on these values, a single worker ant can travel approximately 36 kilometers during a 1-year lifespan, up to 100 kilometers during a 3-year lifespan. For a creature only a few millimeters long, this distance is equivalent to a human walking around the Earth multiple times relative to body size. Ants feed on sugary plant secretions, dead insects, seeds, meat scraps, and honeydew produced by aphids. A worker ant consumes approximately 10 to 20% of its body weight in food each day. An ant's brain contains around 250,000 neurons. Communication within the colony occurs primarily through pheromones. These chemical trails can remain on the ground for hours, guiding other ants to food sources. Ants also exchange information through direct antenna-to-antenna contact. When an ant dies, the colony recognizes it through chemical signals. The body is marked with pheromones and carried away from the nest by worker ants. This behavior helps prevent the spread of disease within the colony. Ants aerate the soil, disperse seeds, and maintain ecological balance. The life of a single ant may seem insignificant, but when millions work together, they hold the world in balance.